What up, what up, what up? Yo, again, new riders, man, I'm here to hit you with some more tips, man, that you can use in order to convince your parents if to get you your first bike, whether it's a sport bike, a cruiser, whatever it is, a venture bike, whatever it is. These are some more tips that can help you convince them that you're on the right track. All right, we're gonna start off with one, right? Another one. Number one, if you are able to work and you're a teenager, you're going through high school, I would suggest trying to get a local job. Try to get something that is part-time. I know a lot of people have sports commitments and things of that nature, but if you don't, it's even better for you. Go out and get a job. Show them that you have the initiative to go out and work. And if you are working, make sure that you have a good work history. Make sure you're showing your parents that you can keep a job, right? This is going to help you tremendously with their concerns of you being able to even afford a bike, right? Whether it's just the equipment, whether it's the maintenance, whether it is insurance, because most parents, like my parent, my mom at the time, I didn't research half of that stuff, right? I researched the cost of the bike, and that was about it. When it came to the insurance, thank God I was already working, but my mom helped me out a lot, right? I bought my first bike cash. I saved up the money. It was like $3,000 for a Ninja 250. I bought it fresh out of high school. I graduated in 2004, and I got a 2004 yellow Ninja 250, and I paid all cash for it. Insurance was not something that I had planned for, and because I was working, I paid my own insurance, right? So make sure that you are working, and if you are working, make sure you're getting good grades. If you're still in school, you want to show them that you're a responsible human being, right? And that you're accountable. Number two, consider drafting a teen parent contract, riding contract. What do I mean by this? It may sound silly to some, but again, you're going the extra mile to show your mom and your dad or whatever parent that you're living with. It's going to show them that you're serious about riding, and you want to give them a little bit of power in that. So this contract is basically going to be you drafting up a contract with your parents saying, hey, look, these are the things that I will do. These are the things that I will not do. For example, it's going to formalize the expectations that they may have and that you may have. It's going to be able to clear up a lot of things. So for example, put things in that draft that are going to say, look, I'm not going to ride with passengers at all because it's super dangerous. I'm not going to go out on the highways. I am not going to, things of the nature like I'm not going to ride on the highways until I'm like a certain age. Like 18 or whatever it is, depending on how long you live with them or whatnot. But you're not going to be drinking. You're not going to be smoking. You're not going to be, going out to the local car clubs and stuff like that. Things that are going to put a negative perception in their mind that you may not be as responsible as you think you are, right? So, again, these are things that can help you persuade them to know that you're going to be a very, very, very responsible human being when you get this bike. The second thing I would suggest is that it's kind of caveat on the first video when I said go take your MSF course. Why don't you contact the MSF course and find out if they have a joint activities or a joint course that you can do. What this is going to do is going to allow you to take your parent so they can also be educated on the wiles of riding, right? The whole culture. Some parents don't know much about it, and so because they don't know much about it, they're ignorant to the fact that it can be a safe activity. This is going to open their eyes and again educate them on what riding is all about, the rules, the regulations. This is going to show them that you're not trying to hide anything from them, that you're not trying to hide the fact of certain things that you should and shouldn't be doing. How to be safe. Showing them this is going to open their eyes a lot, right? It's going to educate them as well. So it's going to also, these types of things is what's going to make them feel much better about you being out on the road, right? It's very, very important, right? It's very, very important that your parents are aware of the dangers and they're also aware of the safety measures to be taken when you ride. Number three, you want to be able to study basic rider mechanics, right? These basic rider mechanics are going to be things that you can do on your own or things that you're educated on to be done at a shop and the cost of them. So basic oil change, coolant replacement, brake line maintenance, chain maintenance. What else? Being able to identify when you need a new tire, using or knowing your state regulations on when you need to replace the tire, how much tread depth you need to have to remain compliant, signal lights, all these different things that you could be, that you need to educate yourself on to show your parents that you are well aware of how to maintain a motorcycle. This also goes into the safety aspect, and them knowing that you are very aware of what you need to do to maintain your motorcycle to be in the safest conditions as possible when you go out on the road. You can also give them the benefits of being able to ride in certain conditions. This will go back into the aspect of telling them when you ride up your draft to let them know certain little things like, I won't ride in the rain, I won't ride in bad weather, I'll stay fair weather only until I'm comfortable enough and you're comfortable enough to know that I can ride in any kind of weather, just not the snow. Not yet. You're not there yet. But I would also say get testimonials from, would be the number 4, number 5. I stopped counting at this point, but I'm just gonna talk to you now. Get some testimonials that you may be able to grab from MSF instructors. Maybe people that are in your own neighborhood. You may have a couple of people on your street that also ride motorcycles that are older, right? So being able to go and talk to them, maybe even convincing them, hey, can you talk to my parents about your motorcycle experience and what you would suggest for a new rider such as yourself to be able to start and to be able to look out for things that if they were your parents, what they would have you do since they have the experience. This is valuable information, man. These are types of things that are showing them that you are dedicated to this, that you really want to do this. Next thing is the last thing is kind of an amalgamation of everything that we've talked about. Create yourself a timeline. Show them that, hey, look, in 2 years, in the next 12 months, this is what I want to do. You're going to set a timeline. Like, I'm going to keep my grades up. I'm going to save up X amount of money from my job that I'm working, or I'm going to get a job to start saving up an X amount of money. You want to be able to a complete timeline. What type of bike you're looking for, that you would like to start off with. These things, and you want to give your parents options. Like, don't just pick out a single bike and it's like, this is the only option. Don't do that. Give your parents some options so they can also make decisions. Never just want to go into it saying, this is what I want, this is what I researched, blah, blah, blah. You want to include them on this because, again, they're giving you the permission to do it. They may also be helping you pay for these things. So give them options. Make them feel included because they are included. Let them know that you want to start off on something small and that you are very flexible. You're willing to start off on something very small, and then ask them, give them a timeline, say like they agree that, okay, you're gonna get a Yamaha R3 to start off with. It's a small 300, and tell them that you would like to ride on that for at least a year and a half, 2 years, and then they can evaluate your skill based on how they feel and how you feel, and say like, in 2 years, I want to be able to move up to a 600. And then you also want to go into things of like, this is how much 600 insurance is going to cost. This is how much more the bike payments are going to cost, or how much the total cost is going to be. You want to always continue to set a goal, to set a timeline to show that you are going to be working towards that next goal, right? So if you do get like a 300 or something like that, I wouldn't plan on tricking it out and doing all these modifications to it, because parents are going to see modifications as you're trying to be reckless, or you're trying to be, you're trying to be reckless. So, maybe the only thing I would get on like a R3 or something like that would just be like a better exhaust. And I wouldn't even put like a full exhaust. I would just get like a slip-on, just so you can, and you can let them know you're trying to increase your awareness on the street. And it's not necessarily going to add performance, but I would just stay away from talking about performance, because all parents are going to hear when you say performance is recklessness. So better sound awareness for you out on the road, and it'll help you. But you also want to make sure that you're telling them that because you want to move up in that certain amount of time, that you're also going to take care of this motorcycle that you currently are going to get, the R3, for example, and you're going to trade that R3 in to get a bigger bike. So, you know what I mean? Don't trash your bike. Try your best. Your first bike is what you're going to make your mistakes on, but you just want to make them aware that these mistakes that you're going to make aren't, hopefully they're not catastrophic, because if there is any catastrophic thing that happens, whether it's your fault or not, it's going to automatically turn your parents off from there on. And you're just going to have to wait till you make your own money, where you live on your own, to make your own decision that if you're still going to ride or not. Again, take these things grain of salt, but include them in your plans, man. Include them in your plans, because it's going to be very, very beneficial to you. Catch you in the next one. Peace.